Look at right of your screen. The 89 truck was definitely the truck behind him. So,
and the 89 was
they would use for coming onto pit road. Here's a look at what happened.
That was Rick Crawford, the 14, right in front of our leader, Kevin Harvick.
I told you action would pick up when the leaders got to your back bumper, and that's exactly Crawford said. I got to go. Hits Clay Greenfield and spins them around.
Just slight contact, but that's all it takes.
That hole.
Keep an eye on that. See what happened to Britt Raymer. That was a situation going in turn 3. They were 3 wide. The same 89 truck of Chris Lafferty. Britt Raymer was in the middle, made a little contact, and around he went.
Chris needs to pick up the pace. He's caused a couple of crashes, and you remember when he was a part of the player in the 3 wide pass that Eichler pulled off. So
he still has a piece of the.
Taking a look at this. The 60 of Narain. Karthikeyan comes in, gets into the back of that 95.
Oh, wow.
You know, Brian more than likely had already committed to the corner. He'd already committed. He drove in the corner as hard as he was normally going to do it, and then all of a sudden the 95 truck is right there in front of him. You saw just a glimpse of him coming in the corner.
Wow.
Man, tough break.
He had the 60 on the outside of him. There was really, like you had mentioned, Michael, he's got the brakes locked up. There's nowhere he can go.
Well, it's just it's tough to learn what you're doing on these racetracks, trying to figure. If he had went up high, he would have gotten the marbles, and the thing certainly wouldn't have stopped. So back of Ricky, Austin in the back of Ricky.
Now he's going to pull to the inside.
But he's not there. He doesn't need to try to swipe that spot, but that's exactly what he does.
Well, then he hits the curb. We talk about that when you hit the curb. It's going to bounce you out into the truck on the outside. Chris DeVota told us in the setup, if you hit that curb, trouble's going to ensue, and it certainly did for Ricky Carmichael.
You know, there's a point in time if you're Ricky where you got to give the guy more than enough room, because if he squeezes him down, you know he's going to hit the curb. You know where he's going to go. He's going to go right into the side of you, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, Ricky, you know, May could have given just a little bit more room, and then Taylor Molson comes along, makes contact with the 3 of Austin Dillon.
And poor Jason White, just the wrong place, man. He was down on the bottom of the track, and that's where Ricky was coming. There was nothing Jason could do. Let's go inside of his truck and watch.
He's going to see this develop in front of him.
Keep up what you're doing. You're pulling away from him. All right, back her down, back her down, back her down. Go high.
Going to be a little contact right here. He leaves the bottom of the racetrack open and then comes down a little bit. A little contact from the 46 of Clay Greenfield. Was not able to get his truck refired to stay on the lead lap, unfortunately. But again, he's going to stay out there. Here's another look right here. You see Narain come down a little bit.
I don't think Greenfield really knew what Narain was doing. You know, he went in, like you said, a little bit high, a little bit in the middle of the track.
He was going to give him the inside line.
I don't really think that was my fault. It was a guy behind me.
Yeah.
This is 3 and 4.
Because he was clearly running me over.
They're going to. There's the contact right there. Hornaday was able to get in the throttle a little bit before Johnny Sauter, and then after that happened, then the 5 ran in the back of Hornaday. But that's a little bit of a stretch to blame that one on Mike Skinner, I think.
I agree. But you know, you see it differently from when from inside a cockpit.
We don't know what happened the corner previous to that. Now,
right.
Skinner may have gotten the back of Ron Hornaday the corner previous to that, but that's obvious contact right there from the 33 to the 13.
What a tough break for Mike Skinner, Gene Need, and those boys on the 5 truck. They had put themselves in such a great position. But, you know, Sauter, one of the fastest trucks all day, when he got to second, he couldn't go anywhere. Hornaday had caught him, run him down. And you can see why he's faster. Watch. That's why he ran into him.
You could see Ron sounded like he was pretty much off the throttle. He just coasted into him there. Look,
under the caution flag. Watch that silver 87.
I think a tire just went down. You see it just take off to the right.
Yeah, the car never turned.
Pretty hard hit for Nemechek. Now, there was contact. Watch those 2 cars come into turn 3.
And Mike, that's classic Martinsville. One guy gets his nose just up to that left rear quarter panel, and then you got to decide, do I cut in or do I let him go?
One taker among the lead cars.
See that the 42, the right front tire wheel, and it looks like it blew a tire to me. Looks like the tire blew and the thing just shot in the wall, and that's where all the damage came from. Watch the car fall as he comes into the picture here. There he is. The car just falls down like it blew a right front tire.
He was in 12th place. Now, we mentioned Kyle Busch, Gordon's trouble that have put us under caution flag number 4.
Sure at all.
Let's see how sure you are right here.
I'm not sure at all. One was coming in and one was going out.
Yeah, that could be blamed both directions
I'd
right
say
there.
It's a little bit of both.
Well, when contact was made, it looked to me is if Marcus's left front was right against the curb, he couldn't get any lower.
And that's the problem here. You know, if you're down the bottom and a guy on the outside turns in, he's got to make the corner, turns in a little too much, contact, around you go.
Pass.
This gets all bottled up here going into 3. People start running over each other.
It looks like his teammate Paul Menard in the 98 got in the back of Elliott Sadler.
That's where the majority of the contact is. Stremme gets wrecked.
Boy, and Stremme's got a whole, look at that steam, water coming out of Stremme's car. He busted the radiator right there on the 26. And I can't.
Let's see who somebody was.
Oh.
Somebody named Mark.
Oh, Mark. There's a mark in the car, and now there's one on the car.
It'll be the 8th caution flag of the day. Watch the 47 and the 6 and the 00. Plenty of contact to go around here.
What's this?
Reagan bounced off the curb and into Ambrose. Oh, the second spin.
Yeah, he's got a tire down. I think that left rear was down, and yeah, you can see it there, I think.
And you saw Tony Stewart go by, so he was very glad to see the caution.
Here they come into the corner. Conway leaves plenty of room on the bottom, but Marcus just turns him around.
Marcos has had several encounters today.
It's been a very adventurous day. That's what I was afraid of right there, you know.
Just kind of kissed it. But what a great run. Gone bad right at the end.
It's a shame.
But now what makes this caution very interesting is you know, it's a no-brainer for the top 8.
Kyle 3 wide, Menard in the middle, and the 47 underneath.
47 and 98 have been all over each other for 200 laps.
And Kyle Busch was the victim.
I don't know, Larry. The way the 24 is so good, the 39 is going to start beside him. The 11 is going to have to start outside behind the 39. I just don't see the 11 being able to get by both of them.
It's going to be tough. I mean, he was very good right there. He was picking them up and laying them down like a man possessed, but it's